Way too many people in New Zealand are affected by road crashes. Some people are affected by other people's poor decisions and others are affected by their own poor decisions. In this video, we're here to talk about impacted parties, and we've got a guy here today we're talking to, Chris Hanley, who was affected many years ago by a bad decision that he made. I
had a motorcycle when I was just 16 and unfortunately had a motorcycle accident on my 17th birthday. It was a stupid decision, obviously, but it was a decision made through, one of my friends asking me for a lift home, even though I was at home. I didn't need to go anywhere. So, but yeah, I made the decision to take him home on my motorbike and crashed on the way home. So, one stupid decision 26 years ago means that, every day I wake up and there's a wheelchair sitting next to my bed.
When we examine these people, quite often you'll find that the driver has had impact with the steering wheel. The passengers, if they haven't got seatbelts on, will quite often hit the dashboard or go through the windscreen.
Yep.
People in the back with impact have been known to come out of their shoes, sitting in the back seat, even if they do have a lap belt on.
I thought I was the best driver, the best rider in the world, of course, but clearly I wasn't. And clearly making a decision like driving a vehicle or riding a motorcycle whilst under the influence of alcohol was just, a decision that I regret hugely now.
Kids today need to have someone as a backup that they can say, I need you to drive me home. They have to consider that, sure, they might damage their car, but at the end of the day, they may cost their friends their lives.
It was tough. I was in a coma for 2 weeks after my accident, and I remember waking up and just looking around the room and thinking, this looks pretty serious. I had collapsed lungs, so I was on a ventilator, couldn't really talk much, but I don't actually remember ever being told that I couldn't walk. It just kind of made sense that, okay, this is serious, I can't move my legs.
When they are in an accident, the first thing they see is their friend either through the windscreen lying on the ground, and all of a sudden the impact hits them, I did this.
Yep, the reality.
And can they live with that?
I was in hospital, Auckland Hospital, thinking, just send me home, I'm sweet, I know how to push a wheelchair. But of course I really didn't know what I had ahead of me, so learning how to live in a wheelchair, how to get out of bed into your wheelchair, how to go to the toilet, how to do all these basic things that we take for granted takes a lot of learning.
The person who's driving needs to think about the consequences that come from driving a car while drunk and possibly having an accident. The results of that accident could be devastating for everyone, not just for the driver, but for the families of those children or young adults that are in the vehicles.
After having my accident, I was taken to court. I was DIC'd and lost my licence for 6 months. So although I was sitting in the courtroom in a wheelchair, the judge still said,
yep,
look, I know you've done yourself a pretty massive injury, but you're not going to be treated any differently to anyone else.
They may never walk again. They may never be able to socialise properly again because they're left with brain injuries. So, these impacts are devastating.
It only takes one stupid decision, one incident to change things forever, and allowing other people to influence my decisions. Having a friend say, give us a lift home, and me saying, yeah, okay, that's okay. I guess it's just making that one decision that changes your life forever.
Look at your best friend and think what the world would be like without them, and if you could imagine the carnage that they have gone through in a car accident going through a windscreen.
If I could go back, I'd make a better decision, but you can't go back. Once you've made that bad decision,
you get one chance.
Yeah, you only get one chance.